Decades of systemic discrimination have barred some LGBTQ families and individuals from home ownership. But with the help of the New Orleans Habitat for Humanity, a local family will soon have a place to call home. The organization is hosting a wall-raising event next Friday to celebrate the new construction. The New Orleans Habitat for Humanity Executive Director, Marguerite A. Stryker, is here with us this morning with more on the initiative. You've been a frequent guest on the show. How many houses do you guys build in a year?
Hi, Eric. Good morning. In a typical year, we build 20 to 25 homes. Of course, it all depends on if we have a hurricane or a pandemic or anything like that. And as you know, we're also embarking on that huge initiative on the West Bank. So we've been putting a lot of resources into preparing for that.
And is this the first time you've done something for the LGBTQ community?
Our Pride build is going into its third year.
Okay.
So we're really excited about it. And it's a project that's near and dear to all of our hearts. You know, everyone needs a place to call home, and y'all really does mean all. And Habitat works with everyone.
And I think a lot of people have the misconception that when the home is built, that somebody gets a free home. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly. You know, many people think we give houses away. We don't. In fact, we partner with families looking to purchase homes.
Low interest loans? Low
interest loans, and Habitat is both the builder and the lender.
And like, what kind of a percentage rate does a homeowner get when they get a Habitat home? And there is sweat equity they can do to help pay off some of that.
There is most definitely sweat equity involved. Since the pandemic, we reduced the requirement to 50 hours. We used to do 250, but we found that's just really difficult for many working families and presented in extraordinary hardship. So we've adjusted that to meet that changing community.
And how does one become eligible for a Habitat home?
If someone's interested in becoming a Habitat homeowner, they should reach out to us, call us, go to our website, habitat-nolah.org, and submit the initial application. And then they'll meet with our Family Services Director or and someone on the team, and they'll go through building basically a picture of that person or family's finances.
And it all does center around finances.
It does. Homeownership always comes down to that. You know, homeownership is expensive. Of course, it costs a lot of money to build, and now it costs a lot of money to insure a home.
Sure.
So to help alleviate a bit of that need, Habitat now builds to a fortified gold standard to help make the insurance more affordable, and we're finding that's made a significant difference in the cost to own, not just to purchase.
And you're looking for volunteers to help with this build next Friday, right?
We're actually going to get started on June 21st and 22nd.
Okay.
We're a little bit later starting this year. Last weekend was a big weekend in New Orleans for all things Pride, but we are looking for volunteers and supporters. And many of our friends don't want to go out and swing a hammer, but they can certainly support the project and
donating money.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it, Marguerite. Habitat for Humanity, as Marguerite just mentioned, is always looking for volunteers. If you'd like to sign up to help out, you can go to habitat-nolah.org. We'll also have a link on our website, www.ltv.com. If you weren't able to write that down, just click on the link tab and we'll get you to the Habitat website.